Welcome back to the Real Estate 401k show, and I'm your host. Oh man, my name is Mike Weinstein, alongside Justin Frederick and Ryan Gerdes down at the end. It is Friday, one of our favorite times of the week, because this is a chance that we just call it story time. Maybe we should come up with more of a creative name. But it's an opportunity
for a lot of people. They love story time.
Yeah, story time's fun.
Yeah.
And this is our opportunity to just share our stories that we've had with you, our podcast listeners, from whether you've texted the word story or something else to 623 AZ RECON, whether we've put you on the path of actually going out and transacting on a piece of real estate, or just anyone that we work with. And so it's an awesome time, but we encourage you and we invite you to be part of our story. And again, all you have to do, if you want to experience success in real estate, text the word story to 623 AZ RECON. All right, Justin, we're going to start with you.
Well, mine's going to be kind of like on our, it's a story about our last topic. So DSCR. I had an individual come to me a couple weeks ago and wanted to buy a second home out here. They had 8 S Corps, and went through the S Corps, and they had $136 a month in active income. She had just retired from a large auto builder, and she was on an incredible salary. Only 58 years old, had a ton of assets, but we can't use those assets because she's underage. So I was like, I see that you just acquired a couple Airbnbs in different parts of the country. Are you planning on Airbnb this while you're not there? And she's like, yeah. I said, great. Let's flip this around to a DSCR loan. She's like, what is that? And I'm like,
sure
well,
you get that a lot.
Yeah. And I said, well, I can't get you qualified for a second home because you had $136 a month in income. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, we took out hard money loans on these other properties. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to those ones later. But let's talk about this one right now. Explain the DSCR, where we're going to get the rent schedule. Got that rent schedule in. It worked out perfect for her. The interest rate was great. She was super happy with it. And we were working on closing that deal. But the point of that one is, not only did I get her qualified when another lender couldn't get her qualified, but I'm also refinancing her 2 hard money loans that she had to do from the other states because she didn't know that this loan existed.
Oh my God.
And so she's going to save so much money on all 3 of her short-term rentals.
Super cool.
It's so cool. And it was it's profitable for us too. So it worked out great.
All right. Well, if you're just listening and you're like, what is a DSCR loan? What the heck is Justin talking about it? We talked about it the other day on our Wednesday episode, February 5th. So if you want to go back and watch or listen to that episode, you'll learn all about DSCR loans. All right, Ryan.
All right. So this must have been about 5 years ago. A client of mine said, you know what, I've been building for one of these big box builders for forever. I want to start my own outfit where I can do custom homes and I can build spec homes, etc. So we went on the hunt and we found 50 acres, and so we picked it up for just a song. It was one of the crown jewels of that year for investment properties that we landed. So that was super cool. But you know, when it's a big tract like that, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done: dirt work, entitlement, just drainage. It's on a county island, so it's all wells and septics, and power wasn't very close, so bringing in power and carving out the road, etc. So everything, all the easements, everything. He's been working on that for the past 5 years on it.
Yep.
As well as building the first spec home on it.
That's gorgeous.
And I got to go over, and we've been tracking it and going in and checking it out and keeping our thumb on the pulse of the market. So he got his first one done, and it is coming to market in the next couple of weeks. So big, huge success story there, but here's the real success story. when it comes to pricing these things out and helping people understand the value of it and what they can ultimately, profit off of it, it's difficult if you're the first one through the door. So we kind of putting it in terms of, metaphorically speaking, the first person through the door always catches lead. The second through the door always catches gold. And so coincidentally,
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So coincidentally, somebody just closed on one that they had just built out not even a half mile away.
Oh, perfect.
And it is not nearly as nice as the one that we have that's ready to go. Doesn't have nearly as much land, and I actually think that our location is better. And they closed for a little bit more than what we were anticipating that we could get for it. So now he's going to have a nice, probably about a $50,000 to $75,000 additional profits on that first spec. So we're pretty excited about that, and it's just a good, huge win for him.
Well, I would say also, would it be fair to just talk about it if we have listeners who are interested in 1 acre or similar to 1 acre parcels?
You don't need to go as big as he did. Yeah.
No, but I just meant like we're building a bunch of homes.
Yeah.
We might have some people who are interested in Whitman.
Oh yeah, we're hopefully going to get about 30 to 40 homes on that 40-acre tract. And so there's going to be a lot of really cool opportunities. So if you're wanting something where either you just want to have horses or you just want to have more elbow room, or just kind of that life where you're not in the center of the city and all the hustle and bustle, the additional infrastructure, the additional commercial, and the additional access that they're doing out there is incredible. So keep your eye out on Whitman, because a lot of people did some land grabs about 10 years ago, and it is not the same now.
Well, I would just say, so our investor, he's going to be building all these homes. As the first ones come into market, that's when you want to buy, because as he keeps building and building and building, you're going to keep building and building equity.
Absolutely. And this is quality. He's not just slapping things together. These are not track home. These have a very custom look about them, without a crazy custom price to it.
All right. Well, if you are interested in this particular project and interested in Whitman and interested in this amazing opportunity, go ahead and text the word Whitman to 623 AZ RECON. That's Whitman to 623 AZ RECON, and be the first in. That's a win. All right. So my story is we have someone that I've known for many, many years. He's actually our graphic artist. He's the one that puts together our books that we have. We have a couple books, and he does all the art. That then we take that and send it to our printer. And originally from Orange County, that's when I met him. And you'll love this, Ryan. He's been up in Anchorage for the last 7 years.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. So he's been up there. So he reached out to me about 6 to 8 months ago and goes, "Hey, we're renting up here. We got to figure out what we want to do. Definitely, we're thinking about Arizona. Can you start sending me some listings and things like that?" So we set him up on a search, and he's been receiving them. And so I was talking to him last week about it, and he goes, we've given a lot of thought. He goes, it's our 7th winter, but we got a great business going up here. We've been renting, so I think we're going to probably just stay up here and not move down to Phoenix. And then we get into the conversation. We don't do it enough to remind our listeners of what we call our International Team Referral Alliance. We have partnered with teams all across the United States. So if our clients are moving from somewhere to Phoenix, they have somebody that they can work with in their particular market that's like-minded to us and that we trust, and so forth. Or if we have people in Phoenix wanting to move to other major markets. And so we happen to have a great team up in Alaska, up in the Anchorage area, that we're gonna put it, because he's now finally made that decision. I think we're gonna buy up here, and he's been renting, and so we're gonna put him in touch. So it was a cool story, because he goes, "Really?" He goes, "I can work with people like you up here?" I'm like, well, and no one's quite like us, but yes.
And your lender's license in Alaska too. That's always nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to know. I better jump on that.
Yeah. You wrote my loan up there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to be part of Storytime, we'd love to have a conversation with you. We'd love to get you going and help you create incredible strategies for your next real estate transaction. All you got to do is text the word story to 623 AZ RECON. That's story to 623 AZ RECON. All right, Justin, it is Friday. Someone rolls into town and wants to know where the best what is. Where are you taking us?
I'm still in your idea. We're going to go with the Bloody Mary.
I was trying to pitch it like, like you created this idea.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make you a hero again.
Oh, I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going not margarita. We're going Bloody Mary. And I love that idea because I'm a big Bloody Mary fan.
So am I.
Mm-hmm. And you guys want me to go first? How about Ryan goes
All
first?
right.
He's always
All right. Well,
both are foodies, and
yeah, I've seen a lot of good ones. And always, whenever they have like the chicken leg and the crab, whatever coming out of it, those are always fun to look at. But my favorite one actually is at Chompy's. So, which is a New York deli type of small.
One of my favorite. You're making me cry.
Yeah.
I love Chompy.
Yeah, and so they have awesome food. They have awesome bagels, but they have a very impressive bar, and they have a Bloody Mary bar, and I think that it's probably just their mix that I like the most. I also, if you ever get your hands on Major Peters, The Works, or I think it's Major Peters or Captain Peters or something like that, called The Works. That's a damn good Bloody Mary mix. So if you ever find a bar that has that on tap or whatever, that's usually a pretty good sign that you're in for a damn good Bloody Mary. Yeah. So that's mine.
awesome.
All right, I'm gonna go with I don't know whether it's cafe or kitchen, but it's Hash Kitchen. I think is what it is.
That was gonna be mine.
You should have gone first.
All right,
Go for it.
I'll go to my second if
Okay.
that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, my second favorite is it's right down the street from my house, a couple miles, called the Oink Cafe. It's a breakfast place, and the food's good. But if I wake up and I'm like, I really want a Bloody Mary, that's where we're going for breakfast, because it is you gotta the secret to a good Bloody Mary is just the right amount of spice, right? We're not having salsa, but I also don't want tomato juice, and the right amount of Tabasco and Worcestershire sauce and
Vodka.
and vodka and so forth.
Whole lot of vodka.
And everybody throws stuff in there. First of all, I want green olives. Okay, don't chintz out on the green olives. I'm not going to eat lime wedges. Okay.
Yeah.
But then everybody throws bacon in there. Bacon is finicky. You have got to cook. You just can't throw in the way I cook bacon at home is not going into my Bloody Mary, because I don't. My wife likes it really, really crispy, and I like it really, really raw, and so forth. But they've just got that balance of, that bacon soaks up a little bit of the juice.
Bacon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, so perfect. And then the bottom part of the bacon that's been in the cold Bloody Mary, it's just that right texture. So
Oh yeah.
Yep. I've had that one. It's a good one.
Mike said Hash Kitchen. That's mine, but it's spicy. It's a little thicker. I love it. It's not tomato paste or anything like that, but they have the right volume of everything. But then also it's like a meal in its own on this thing. Delicious, just like Mike said. The right cooked bacon. Put some cheese on there. Yeah.
Well, the thing with Hash Kitchen too, it's like going to a buffet.
Yeah.
You remember when your kids were little, and your kids are smaller than ours. Remember Build-A-Bear?
Yeah.
That's what Hash Kitchen is.
Yeah.
Like I'm
kinda like
building
Chompy's too.
I'm building my Bloody Mary from scratch.
I feel like there should be an honorable mention to Dick's Hideaway too.
Oh God.
Because then they always give you a shot of beer along with your Bloody Mary, which I don't know why. That just sets it over the top for me.
You feel like you're winning. You
Yeah.
feel like you're getting ahead
Yeah,
of
you're
life.
like,
I
hey,
got this extra.
Yeah.
Dick's Hideaway. Oh my gosh. All right, well there you go. If you want to have a Bloody Mary with us, preferably you buy or want to be part of our story time, go ahead and text the word story to 623 AZ RECON. That's story to 623 AZ RECON.